Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode in my series Dionne Warwick, The Arista Years. And I am so excited because today I'm in one of my favorite places in the whole world. I'm in the Canary Islands, and these are the beautiful dunes, and my friend was kind enough to hold the camera so that I could share with you this beautiful, beautiful background. And today we are talking about an extraordinary album, which is Heartbreaker, Dionne Warwick's fourth album with Arista, and this time they wanted absolutely a hit. This is from 1982, so it was a very prolific year for Dionne Warwick because in the same year she had released Friends in Love, which was an extraordinary album, which I covered last week, and this time Heartbreaker, but they were taking no chances, and with the help of the hit makers that are Barry Gibb and Albhy Galuten, who is a musicologist, an amazing musical genius, a conductor, a composer, an inventor, and he really had an incredible sound and worked with some of the greatest artists of our time. This was produced also by Tony Richardson, so they were keeping it this thing that was really working for them. So Heartbreaker, of course, is a best-selling album and single for Dionne Warwick. It went to number one. The album was number one only in Norwegia. I don't know how you say, but it really sold. It went platinum. And as I was looking through my research, it is up to beyond 4 million albums in sales. So Dionne Warwick's greatest achievement and greatest hit. Now, Heartbreaker it had everything to be a hit. That the melody, of course, the incredible voice of Dionne Warwick, and the production of Barry Gibb. Barry Gibb wrote all of the songs on the album except for the last one with more or less the Bee Gees or by himself, or with Albhy Galuten as well. Now, Heartbreaker, of course, the hit that everybody knows. In France, it was absolutely tremendous, but the entire album is a Gibb production, so it has that sound. And one thing that I realized is that the phrasing of the Gibb brothers, the Bee Gees, is very quick, and so you have to have an impeccable phrasing the way Dionne does in some of the songs because it goes so fast. And if you can remember when Diana Ross did Eaten Alive, Berry Gordy said that he couldn't understand anything she was saying because it is so fast. You have to really, the speech goes really quickly. So the second song, everything is written on tissue paper because I'm on vacation. So the album came out in September of '82. The second song is It Makes No Difference Now. Again, a kind of ballad where Dionne and Barry Gibb, it's very important. You hear his voice quite a bit through the album, and he's the only one who does the background vocals, and Dionne doesn't do any background vocals, which I always regret. The third song is Yours, and this is where I've said that several times. The music of the Gibbs is very inspired and influenced by Arabic music. Now, not where I come from, because where I come from is North Africa, and it's African music. You have the drums and the cymbals, but it is more the Egyptian classical music. You know, in Egypt they have an opera, and Arabic music in Egypt is with a full orchestra, classical orchestra, and you really hear that in this version of Yours, the lament, you know, yours, it could almost be sung in Arabic. And while I was doing research, I found out that Albhy Galuten was fascinated by the Arabic music and by Kulthum, who is, you know, the genius voice of the Orient. The third song the fourth song is Take the Short Way Home, which was a single. Now, my favorite song in the album. It just goes very, very quickly. Take the short way home, baby. Take care of yourself. You have in the middle, you have a part with horns, which is just so exciting and so moving. And the voice of Dionne Warwick is such perfection, because she just, with a little and just little notes, she doesn't over emphasize her voice. She just floats right onto this music, and she is, you know, the master for that. And it's so extraordinary, because I decided to do Dionne Arista after I had done Diana Ross doing RCA, and Dionne Warwick has had a return again to fame. And just 2 days ago in UK's drag race, when they did the Snatch Game, one of the characters was Dionne Warwick, because with her Twitter account and with the sketches on SNL, she's back on top, and quite deservedly, because she is such a star. Misunderstood. Such a beautiful, beautiful song. It will remind you of many of the melodies that you've already heard of the Bee Gees. There's really that sound and the way the choir picks up. Very, very beautiful, beautiful song. And then All the Love in the World, which was also a single, and it has a very Spanish influence to it. You hear castanets in the song, in the middle of the song during the chorus. So it's quite a beautiful song, and it quite understandably so was released as a single. It didn't do as well as Heartbreaker, but you could understand that this was going to be the kind of song that they really thought was going to be played all over the radios, and it did get some air. I Can't See Anything But You, a typical Bee Gees song. It just flows very beautifully, very, very calm and very soothing. It's very, very designed for adult contemporary radio and listening, but this is not easy listening. Just One More Night, which is a little bit more fast-paced, very Bee Gees again. They really have their mark, but I think that with Dionne Warwick, they found, you know, the voice, which was an absolute pearl for this kind of material, because she is so powerful and so strong, and she is so good at music. She wanted to, when she retired, go back to teaching music and teaching voice, which is completely understandable, because she has so much talent and so much knowledge. And she ends this quite short album with a song that I absolutely adore, Our Day Will Come, which was a hit from 1962 from Ruby and I forget, and it was sung also by Frankie Valli, and even Cher sang that song. She covered that song. She does it in a very, very slow motion. It's very cabaret, very nightclubby. It's just, she barely utters the words, and her voice is just, you know, when she's able to hum that, dreams have magic enough. It's just absolutely superb. So Heartbreaker, a huge hit for Dionne Warwick, and also a fantastic album. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the scenery, and I hope you're going to listen to this album. This is the perfect setting, by the way, to listen to Heartbreaker. And I'm on my way to the beach. These are the dunes, which are protected dunes, and that lead to the Canary Beach. And it's about half an hour walk, and it's very, very beautiful and quite majestic. I'll see you next week with another one of Dionne's efforts for Arista, and thank you all. And this is the 100th video. See you next week. Bye bye.